All right. Woo. Look. I got that wow. Who wants some hands up right now? We got that. Turn it up loud. I know you're wondering how. I got that wow. Here I go, coming. I can't ever stop. I'm a tour de force running. Get me to the top. I don't need.
Where is our third wheel? There she is.
Hello.
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 Oh,
she disappeared.
Maybe she doesn't want to talk tonight.
I guess maybe not. I don't know. This is 3 cocktails in. Usually there's 3 of us. Oh, there she is again.
We can see you.
You never know how many we're going to have tonight.
I'm going to tell you right now.
Go ahead.
My connection thing is already flashing on or off, and Malwarebytes is yelling at me about something. So this should be good.
Oh.
So there, pre-warning, we may lose Amy's face, maybe just to see her voice tonight. We don't know. That's the beauty of technology, especially for 3 cocktails in. Half the time we don't know what we're doing.
Hey, we're bootstrapping this thing.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
If we only had a technical crew and studio, right? But no, we don't.
Script writers.
Script writers, that'd be good too. But no, we don't. We have a basement, we have a laundry room, and we have a bedroom. That's what we have. That's our studios.
And we have these cute little lights.
I know.
Oh, yours is little. Mine's like this.
It is.
Massive ring light. Yeah. I'd move it, but I'd never get it back in place again.
Okay, don't do that.
Yeah. Well, good evening or good day or whatever time of day you listen to our podcast. I think sometimes when we drop at 5 a.m. Thursday mornings, I think there's some listeners that grab onto it really early on Thursday because we get some, early listeners on Thursday. I wouldn't do it, but hey, thanks for listening.
It's coffee talk at that point in the morning.
Maybe coffee. That is right. Well, guess what our topic is today? We are going to talk about reality TV. Maybe come up with our own ideas for reality TV.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you guys have a favorite you like watching?
Who wants to start?
Well, I watched anything real recently, but I used to be totally in on Bravo, and I watched Real Housewives of New York. I watched Real Beverly Hills. I watched Vanderpump Rules. I watched all of that, and then I don't know what happened, but I stopped watching. I think it got to be too much because I was talking to the TV and yelling at the TV just like I do during a baseball game, about things. And I think I just needed to, self-care, dial it back a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah.
How about you guys? Okay. What are you watching?
So for me, for a long time, I got into the competition reality shows. I loved the
Amazing Race.
Amazing Race. We watched. No, so not The Voice right now, but what was the first
American
one?
Idol.
American Idol. Loved watching that one. But then kind of fell away. I watched a little bit of The Voice. I watched The Kardashians. And I have really gotten into The Bachelor and The Bachelorette, even though you guys know, I cannot stand watching people flirt with each other and watching people like kiss and make out and stuff like that. And I'm telling you, I'm not a prude. It's not that. I just cannot stand watching people do that. So, yeah, I'm all in on that right now.
The whole making out on TV on those particular shows looks so fake.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Because I'm sure they have to get the camera right. You know what I
And
mean?
the angle's right. How many takes does it
Yeah.
take? Yeah.
Yeah. That's what
Ew.
I want.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was right. Yeah, I have, I was big into Survivor real early on and stopped
Oh,
watching
I
that.
forgot about
Yeah,
Survivor.
I too liked all the music ones. So for a long time, I watched, I don't know how many million seasons of American Idol. The first, I don't know how many seasons of The Voice, and just don't, yeah, I just lose interest after probably, 10, 12 seasons. I don't know.
Yeah.
Um, the one thing we haven't brought up is like all the home makeover ones, that were popular for a long
Yeah.
time, where they would, somebody would go help you make over your house or something. There was a lot of
Yeah.
those that we would watch. Um, yeah. So
Well,
there's been some really interesting ones over the years.
when you talk about the home makeover shows, if you watch a couple, and they're all couple shows, recently, I mean, how many tan beige houses with shiplap walls
Yes.
can you watch?
Yes.
Mhm.
They're
I
all the
know.
freaking same. And then you watch some that are, you're like, whoa, you just did what to that house? This looks like some 12-year-old and their cousin decided on a Saturday to do something. Some of it is so hideous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was that one where they would swap houses and the one
Mm,
couple would redo the
Yep.
one and the other would redo the other. And I saw
yeah.
one time where one of the couples was so mad because it was so bad. And they have a designer and helpers and whatever to it. So
Yeah.
it's not like they could just do whatever bad thing they wanted. The designer
Well,
designed
clearly
it.
they could,
Yeah.
because I did see some
Well,
doozies on that show.
yeah.
Yeah.
There were
But
some
it's
weird,
all,
weird
I
stuff.
mean, it's all for entertainment. That's what it
Oh yeah.
is. So
Yes.
so just like with The Bachelor, there's all when
Yeah.
they cast those women and vice versa, when they cast the men for the women, they're picking people that they know will be the drama kings or drama queens so that you get
Yeah.
some spiciness happening.
Yeah.
So yeah, they get, sure, they say, "Oh, you want to do what?" Yeah, that'll make good TV. Sure.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, I think
Now
so.
get design.
and with the home, all of the home improvement stuff, I watched a little bit of that, but I got tired of it really quickly. Like you said, Amy, because it was all the same and it was too contrived. It was too scripted. So I feel like there's a lot of reality TV that doesn't feel scripted. It still may be, but it doesn't feel scripted
Right.
like those home improvement shows. I feel like they're not even good script readers. It's like, it's like you are reading your
No.
lines. And that turns me off.
Yeah. Yeah.
I clearly I love home shows.
Yeah.
So sometimes I watch these things just to see what homes are like in other areas. I think that there's something on the Discovery Channel, one of those not weird, but not mainstream TV channels, where it's Maine Cabin Masters. And it's this brother and sister and their three knucklehead friends. One drives a bobcat and has like four teeth, and another one, and they go out into the wilds of Maine and they do some a really kind of, I mean, I don't mean architecturally cool, but they do kind of do some cool settings sort of thing, and I am very interested in that, not because of the dialogue, but because of the setting. And you can't script, the setting, so I find that. And then all the house hunters, I still enjoy a good House Hunters International, not
Ah,
the US ones. I like the international, again, because I look at it as sightseeing. What do
Yeah.
houses look like in,
there.
you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
Stuttgart
Well,
or somewhere,
yes.
So
Some of those, there's one where they go I don't know which one it is, but it's a couples that are looking to buy houses. And so the realtor shows them 3 different houses and then they pick the one they want. And it always seems like, they have this ginormous budget. Well, we can only spend, $1.2 million. It's like, what? What? Yeah, and it doesn't look like a $1.2 million house usually.
And then
It must
probably in
be,
California.
on the coast somewhere where they're really expensive. Yeah.
I like the memes of those shows where they say, that he grows butterflies for TV shows and she runs, a
Yeah.
home pet health care situation, and they have a $7 million budget or something.
Yeah,
Totally
I know,
realistic.
right? I don't know how that flies, but whatever.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
Silly. I have a funny one. I have not seen it, but my nephew, my 20-year-old nephew and his 20-year-old girlfriend, she texted me, "Hey, talk about this on your podcast." This one is called MILF Manor.
Yeah.
There's been two seasons.
Oh,
Yeah, can you imagine? So I did say MILF, MILF. If you don't know what that is, you're gonna have to Google it. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna say.
GTS
The premise
MLI.
is that
Hmm.
yes, right, GTS. So these 40 to 60-year-old women go to Mexico to a resort in hopes of finding connection with 20-year-old men. So they all go. There's a yes, right? Bad enough. However, there's a catch. The catch is they invite their 20-year-old sons to go
Oh,
at the same time. Yes. So you're stuck there watching your 20-year-old son, try to make a connection with other
his
older
grandma,
women.
his
Yeah.
mom's grandma
So,
friend.
yeah. Pretty much. Yeah, the New York Times said this one has hit rock
Yeah.
bottom in reality.
Okay. Good. I'm glad somebody said it. That's
Yeah,
just
I'm
trash.
glad you
I
guys.
just
Yeah, that's
yeah,
horrible.
some things are so bad. I know.
Yeah, that's just trash.
Yep.
And I mean, I do feel a little trashy watching Bachelor and Bachelorette. I don't think that things like if you're the parent of a 12-year-old girl, don't let them watch those shows, right? Or
No.
even
No.
16. Just that's not going to be helpful to anybody.
I
Yeah.
wonder if it
A
would.
reality show, but not the least bit real.
Okay,
Yeah.
but I also
It's
wonder.
not how things are going to go.
I wonder if it would be a good show to get your girls to watch so they can see how stupid and awful other girls can be and how totally superficial some men are, so that they learn to look for the red flags in friends and in relationships. But you got to sit there and watch it with them.
Yeah, I agree. And
Ew.
ideally, yes, but I don't. The reality of that actually being the outcome, I don't know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, on
I
this
know.
whole idea of the dating thing, I remember watching the very first season of Love is Blind because it was pre-COVID. I was, going to a bunch of shows, and I remember Gudrun and I happened on it, and that's all we watched for like the whole time. I think we were in Houston or Austin probably. And I thought that was an excellent premise where you learn about the person before you ever meet them.
Yeah.
But
before you see them. Yeah.
before you see them. I mean, you've talked to them, you talk to a bunch of different people. One assumes you talk about kind of important things. But even that all went off the rails because people say they want one thing until they meet somebody and they're not hot enough or they don't look right. on that topic, it's been very interesting because the current season of Love is Blind that is being shown is set in Minneapolis. And if you listen to talk radio
Oh,
up
is it?
here, yep. If you listen to talk radio and stuff up here, people are dogging on some of the men that are on it, saying, for a lack of a better term, they're manhos. That everybody has a story about some of them, and they've been through the dating circles, and yeah. And it's very white bread, evidently.
Because local people know who they are. Is that the deal?
Yes. And a lot of different circles have stories about a few of them. So they're not necessarily, they're on it for the show. They're on it for the
Yeah.
thing. So,
Well, and
good
you could say-
idea,
Yeah.
gone wrong.
I think you could say that for the Bachelor and Bachelorette franchise also, and even probably senior Bachelor. Those people, a lot of the people go on there to be discovered and to become the next big social media, Instagram star. And many of them have.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, many of them now have very lucrative careers as influencers or some sort of, public, who knows how long it will be, but
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, we started
Really?
kind of chatting about this topic, and we started thinking about what would make a good reality TV show.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
a real
Do you have
reality.
any good ideas?
I have an idea. And
Okay,
actually,
what is it?
Go ahead.
And
Actually,
as
I
long
have
as
to
it's
give-
not me going on.
well, I'm going to give credit to Bill on this one because this came out of conversation that he and I were having. But yeah, I mean, Golden Bachelor and Golden Bachelorette, they are taking applications right now. So, the only single one here is Ms. Amy. So anyway, but no, we won't talk about that. So the idea is, what if it is a dating reality show, but instead of you, the person, picking, your friends pick for you. So the person who's the Bachelor or the person who's the Bachelorette, they are on the show and they're part of it. They're part of all of the activities, but you've got this group of 2 or 3 besties or people that you have said, all right, you're going to pick for me. And then you don't have any say in it. You're involved, you're having interactions, they're observing interactions, and they pick the person for you.
Okay, I, as the single person with 2 friends who have opinions, if you could pick people for me,
Yeah, how's that going to go?
Okay, if you could pick people for me, why haven't you done it yet?
Because we don't have the pool. We don't have the pool. So we're gonna
we need some volunteers.
Right. We're gonna rely on the show.
We need some choices.
The show's gonna recruit everybody. They're gonna go through the vetting process. And then of that, then we help make the selection.
I do think that has potential, not for me, but for somebody else. And I do think it would be pretty damn funny because I'm just thinking about if you 2 really were doing that for me, I would be out on a date with somebody and the whole time going, I'm going to kill them. What in God's name did they think that, did they even talk to this person? What about me says I would like that? So it could be a really good psychological sort of experiment.
Yeah.
With a test groups A and B, somebody take a note.
There you go.
I think we should pitch the idea.
I think you already have, and
so.
somebody's going to listen to us, I'm sure. And it's going to probably be next season. We'll be out there.
All right.
We
need some quick legal language here. All ideas generated here on the 3 Cocktails In podcast are solely the property of
Right.
The
Three
owners
cocktails
three
in.
cocktails in.
Exactly.
Excellent.
I know. You know, what could we pitch, that has to do with
I've got
cooking?
one.
I tried to.
Oh,
Do you? Good, go. Because mine are just half ideas. They're not full
Okay.
ideas. Go ahead.
So this one came out of a conversation that I had with my sister. And for whatever reason, we were probably bitching about grocery shopping or something. And talking about, sharing recipes and stuff as we do, or did, because neither one of us have kids in the house anymore. So evidently we don't cook anymore. But I think that there'd be an excellent cooking show where one celebrity chef has to come into your kitchen on any random day. They don't know where they're going. They have like 5 houses on the block. They get to pick one of the 5. They cannot bring their own tools, their own spices, or any ingredients. They have to come in and make a dinner for 5 or for 4 out of solely using the equipment, the pots and pans, the seasonings, and the ingredients found in this home. That is what I want to see. I don't want to
okay.
have to go out and buy 2 million different spices to make some dish. Come in my house and show me what I can
Yeah.
make with what I have here.
Yeah. I like
Yeah.
it.
I think that's a good one. I like it. I like it. Yeah, mine weren't that well thought out. Something to do with, people coming in and like cleaning out my refrigerator and trying to pick out all the stuff that's expired.
I
That would
have 3
that would be
daughters
good.
who would come over and gladly do that because it seems like they do that to me every time they come over. And and
Right? Throw your
if
stuff
it
away.
is like a day past the date on it, they throw it out. Do you guys
Well, maybe we have a taste test and you have to taste it and decide if it's expired or not. Maybe that's
okay,
it. Because I don't think some stuff
no.
expires,
That's what I
really.
was going to ask. Doesn't it
Yeah.
say
Yeah.
best if used by? It doesn't say don't
Yeah.
use it after this date or you're going to get food poisoning.
Right.
It just says best by.
Yeah.
That's not a
Yeah.
hard date.
Yeah. No, especially spices and some condiments and those things. I don't think they really expire.
I think when you open a
No.
thing of
Right.
spices and you can't smell, it doesn't like
Yeah.
knock
Yeah.
you off your feet with smell,
Oh,
throw that one out.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Cream of tartar,
Yeah. I
baking
can see
soda,
that.
baking powder, throw them out. Pretty much everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would think you could use it. Funny. What else? What other silly ideas do we have? Anything good? Speaking of the Kardashians, there would be more interesting people that I could think of to, follow around and have a camera in their
Yeah.
face all the time. Like our favorites. Like, wouldn't it be hilarious to follow Melissa McCarthy around day after day after day? See
A
what
day in
she's
the
doing?
life.
I would like to
Yeah.
see a video of their like breakfast or dinner every day with she and her husband who is also
Yeah.
hysterical and their 2 kids. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't need really,
Yeah.
and of course they wouldn't do it. But yes, I totally agree that that would be good.
Mhm. I know. Yeah. See what they do all day.
What if it would ruin the
See where they
magic though?
live.
Could she do anything
You mean like we like
we'd
her?
like her less?
We like her just based on her acting, and that if we saw her normal day, we would say, eh.
I
don't know.
wonder if she would
Maybe.
feel like she had to be funny, or if she could truly, knowing that there are cameras there, could she just be herself? Some people can't. Some people in that, especially comedians, they can't do it.
Okay, I've got a guilty pleasure that I've got to admit to everybody about these reality situations.
Okay.
And I'm going to blame the reels on Instagram. And now of course my feed is flooded. Karen Cam. It's these people who record situations
Oh,
where a Karen goes off and they're weird neighbors and they're seemingly normal people that just lose their shit about stupid stuff.
yeah.
And like the
Yeah.
dash cam or the cop cam when they're chasing down, and I mean, I am a white woman of a certain age, and I hate to say it, but there are a lot of stupid white women of a certain age that really are they're giving all of us a bad name.
Hmm.
Oh, but I can't help watching them. There's just something train wreckish about it without being violent and without being,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
just,
They're just like screaming at somebody over
yeah.
something
It's
stupid.
like,
Yeah.
when your kids were little and they were toddlers and they pitched a fit about something and you couldn't help but laugh or, try not to laugh at them while it was going on, but their reaction is so out of proportion to what is happening that it gets comical.
Yeah.
That's what I feel about these.
There are
Yeah.
so many that I question that they're even real. So and I don't maybe some are and some aren't. I don't know, but oh my gosh, are people nuts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Ooh.
don't know. I get it. You guys, I hate awkward. I really hate awkward. I can't watch awkward on TV.
Hmm.
I anything that is super cringeworthy, I gotta leave the room. So I think it's just that these are 30-second clips that I can
Yeah.
watch them and then
Yeah.
move on, but they do make me laugh, and for that I am thankful.
um, Bill and I were talking about this when we were on vacation. Just so I am fascinated with kind of the behind the scenes on things. I've always wanted to just sit in a big restaurant kitchen and just watch how things happen. And so we were at this all inclusive, and I just think it's amazing how these experiences run. How do they create that much food? How do they create a process around 7 different restaurants and
Ooh.
service and entertainers and all of these things? I would love, and this is more a documentary than reality TV, but you could blend the two. You could find an interesting way to blend the two. But I would love to see, how does it happen? It's
Have
almost
you not watched The Bear?
no.
Yeah.
Oh my
Have
God,
you
Kitty,
seen The Bear? Oh
that's
my
I'm
the
gosh.
show. That
Yes.
you need to
Find it.
that needs to go to the top of your list
all
Mhm.
right.
because that is
Yes.
exactly what you're
That you
talking
would
about.
love.
Okay.
Yes, it is. How crazy and yeah,
And
that
the
it is.
trying to source food, and one guy
Mhm.
gets locked
Mhm.
in the freezer and they're
Is
in
it
this.
real though, or is it fiction?
No.
I
No, but
want.
it's
No.
but,
Yeah.
but
No.
Okay. So that would be interesting.
it's really good. And actually, I saw a casting that they were actually looking for real people to be part of the cast. It's set in
Uh-huh.
Chicago. So I think it's
Yeah.
pretty accurate, would be my assumption.
Okay.
I would say. Yeah. Yeah. Yep, it's good. You need to
Okay.
watch it. So, people may not know this, but Kitty likes to watch people fall down.
I do.
Yes, she does.
So the funniest, yes, she likes to see people fall down. So that's what we do. We send her reels of
Yeah.
people
Did you
falling
like the
down.
one where the dad laid down on the bed and the kid flipped up and hit the wall? Oh my God, that was
Splat.
hysterical. Yep.
Splat. Yeah.
I know they are funny. I don't know what we could pitch to just have that. Do you remember did you ever see Jackass? Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about? This show
You know that I
Jackass.
watched
So
about
some
2 minutes of it and had to turn it off.
I
It's
know,
so not for me.
right? Yeah, it's bad. But something along those lines where you're
Yeah.
watching for people to trip and fall down. There you
I
go.
don't like watching things like Punked, where they
Yeah.
set somebody up to
No.
do like really. That's too much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If you're doing it to yourself, like Jackass did, that's one thing. But yeah, Punked, where that's got to be totally embarrassing that
Yeah.
you're falling for some of the stuff
Um,
some of the stuff
Here's
they do.
another one that I thought was an interesting premise, but execution was poor, and that was Undercover Boss.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Why do they have to
Mhm.
wear like a dorky mustache?
I
And
don't think it was ever believable.
no, it was never believable.
I don't think so
Good premise.
either. I just think of some, not even like my direct boss, but I know what the high up, owners and CEOs and whatever, what they look like. I don't think you could disguise them and bring them in where I wouldn't say,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Yeah, it never seemed very believable.
Yeah, good premise, poor execution.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
I'd love to know what other reality thoughts other people. What are they watching? What are you watching? What should we give a try?
Yeah.
Knowing that Kitty likes to watch people fall. I like a good cop cam. Stacy's looking for somebody to come and eat food that could be rotten.
Yes, it could be rotten. And that was the premise of early Survivor. They would have them eat bugs and worms and gross
That's
stuff.
right.
And I don't think they have to do that challenge
Well,
anymore.
we didn't even talk about Naked and Afraid.
Okay.
That is one that I watched.
Naked
Okay.
and Afraid.
Why does anybody have to be naked?
It's like cold and
You can't be hoodie
and
and afraid. Sweats and afraid. It just doesn't have that ring to it.
No, it doesn't. And it's funny that they fuzzed out
Yeah.
some of the
know.
nakedness.
It's like-
It's naked and they're on there naked. So why do we have to fuzz it out? I always thought that was a funny part.
It could be swimsuit and afraid. Bikini or whatever. You get to pick your swimsuit, and that's what you're
Scantily
wearing.
clad and afraid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sketchy and afraid.
Which, by the way,
Yeah.
a future episode, we're going to be talking about the Oscars. Should we talk about scantily clad?
Oh my.
Knowing how much you like
Yeah.
Kanye's girlfriend's outfit, the last thing that she was on, I'm very much looking forward to this.
Good Lord.
Yeah. There were several that no.
Yeah.
Little too skimpy.
Yeah, I'm excited for that episode because I didn't watch any of it. I haven't seen any of I've seen one of the movies, so I'm gonna have a nice list of things to pay attention to after we're done with that one.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah. There you
All
go.
right.
Okay. It's that time. Do we have any shots tonight?
I do. I got a shot.
Perfect.
Oh,
I
Good.
binged the series Running Point with Kate Hudson,
okay.
who is the youngest sister, and she gets put in charge of a professional basketball team. It's based on a true story, but it's good. It's funny. It's fairly short in, it's more comedy without being like slapsticky or anything. I thought it was really good.
Yeah. I believe, isn't it
I
on
think
Netflix?
it's on Netflix.
Didn't it just come on Netflix?
Yep. But I've watched all that in like
I
a day.
Haven't started that yet.
Running
Good.
Point. Give it a try. You don't have to like basketball.
Yep.
It has really very little to do with basketball.
Yeah.
So,
Perfect.
Kitty,
I
do you have
don't
anything?
tonight.
all right.
I'm trying to think of something myself. I don't think I have anything.
Okay, everybody.
I could do my plug for Suntan City. So I'm looking a little glowy because I'm going on vacation next week. So I spray tan. So if you have a suntan city around you, want to spray tan, they're $5. $5 spray tan.
I'm blown away by that.
You do.
Yeah, I might do
Yeah.
a Google search.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you should. It's yeah, if you like to look tan before you go on your vacation, or just a little tan, not pasty white.
So
There you
this
go.
was a fun game that Bill and I played on vacation. We tried to find people who were whiter than me.
Did you find any?
Maybe two.
Did you find any?
Were they albino?
Two? Yeah.
No, they weren't albino, but they were very fair-skinned.
See, you need a spray tan, Kitty, so you're not
We'd
so
be just
white.
walking along the beach and, looking around. She's whiter than me. Or Bill would say, oh, that person over there is whiter than you.
Oh, my.
Oh, true love, if ever there
Yeah.
was. Love it.
I know, that is for sure. Oh, funny. Well, I think this concludes this episode of 3 Cocktails In. 3.
See you next
All right.
time.
Cheers. You guys have a drink? Do you have a drink? Yeah, Kitty has her water. Oh, what do you have?
Diet Coke.
Water. Oh. We're really hitting her hard
All night.
tonight.
Yep.
Woo.
All right.
All right. See you guys next time.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Yes. Next time. Bye-bye.
All right. Woo. Look. I got that wow. Who wants some hands up right now? We got that. Turn it up loud. I know you're wondering how. I got that wow. Here I go, coming. I can't ever stop. I'm a tour de force running. Get me to the top. I don't need an invitation. Knock, knock. I'm about to start a celebration. Let me in. Brought a good time plus some friends. Turn it up loud past 10.